everybody, this is Julissa. I really hope you guys can hear this video. I am right now outside. As you can see, it is Saturday, June 5th, 2021. I am right here in Waveney Park in New Canaan. So I wanted to come here. Like I was saying in the beginning, I've been thinking a lot about this lady and how is it possible that the investigators have not discovered her yet. We don't know what happened. We know like the circumstances that she was going through. I do apologize, it's very windy, but it's a beautiful day here in New Canaan. But I actually decided to come here because I never been to this park, and this is where they found her car on one of the side roads. And you know, New Canaan, I live very close by to here, so I'm like, why don't I just drive over there? So I'm sorry, it's very windy today, but I still wanted to come and make this video right here, like in this park, in Waveney Park. So I just don't understand how it is that, you know, I know he committed suicide, but for Michelle Troconis to still not be able to say anything about it and still insisting that she doesn't know anything that happened. So here's the thing, guys, I do believe that people reveal themselves. She was having an affair with him, and then, you know, Jennifer's filed for divorce, and then he wanted her to come and live in the same house with the family, and he wanted Michelle and the daughter to come and live with Jennifer and the kids. And for Michelle to act like for her to say she doesn't know anything, I think that's crazy to me. I think that, you know, in life, you know, you can ask for forgiveness, all of that, God will forgive you, but you will get your consequences at some point or the other. Like that's why there's so many people in jail right now that are like Christian, they turning their life around, but they still have to pay their sentence. You know what I mean? Like, everything comes to light. I think everything comes to light. You cannot just think that you're gonna keep saying no just because you regret being part of it. You cannot say that. I think that Michelle, as a mom that she is, she should like come up and say what she knows. She knows more than what she's telling, guys. It's guaranteed. I think it's very it's hard not to understand that now that she finds out what happened, and he's already gone, like she probably feels like, why I have to pay for this, even though, you know, she wasn't like the main person responsible for what happened to Jennifer. I think that she probably feels sorry for it. She said that she regret trusting him, but there's still something that happened. This mom still hasn't been found. You know, there's a family out there. We cannot just forget about her. Something needs to come out. Something needs to be said. And I think right now the only person who knows that's living on earth right now is Michelle. And she's not really talking. She's saying she doesn't know anything about it. I mean, how is it that you are living with a person who's having a very difficult divorce and you still cannot say? Like, that was a big red flag for you to be like, oh, you know, I don't know, you know, I was helping, he was dropping bags in garbage or in Hartford, but I don't know what those bags were. I mean, are you kidding me? People reveal themselves no matter what. It can take, she didn't know him for 4 months. She knew him for more than 2 years, probably more. So there's something that she's not saying, and I hear her sometimes talking about God and all of that. Let me just tell you something. At the end of the day, you cannot fool yourself. God wants you to be honest. And, you know, there's something that she knows that she's not saying. And it is just sad to me that they still haven't found justice for these 5 kids that are living right now without their mom. So, I don't know. I hope that she comes out and says something soon. Because, you know, you cannot live your life like that. You can pretend that you have peace and all of that, but God and yourself, you know what happened. Something, he has to say something. And for him to demand that car that he was using, like, it's kind of clear that he did it. it's very clear. But I feel like if Michelle would just be honest about what she knows. I'm not saying she actually did it, but I think she had some part of it. And for her to say she's so sorry that the kids are living without their mom, but she she was having an affair with him. Like, like you already were part of it. Like people reveal themselves. And all I'm saying is that people, Jennifer spoke about him and how angry he can get. Michelle knows how angry he also got, but she doesn't want to say anything about that. All I'm saying is that, there's time. She's still alive, Michelle. So she should like say it. I mean, say it more than what she's telling. It's so great to have your family backing you up and all of that, but how can she not know she was driving that car with him, dropping bags? I mean, this is the person who you are calling your lover. Like, how can you not know? I mean, there are people who say, people have secret life. I understand that. Sorry, I'm looking around because there's more people coming here, but um, and my arm is getting kind of tired. But I know that people have secret life. Like, I get that. People do have secret life, and you never know what people are up to. But she was in the car with him. She knows what he was dealing with that divorce. She knows what he felt. He was not venting to the office secretary. He had a partner. He had a lover, and that was her. And she heard his complaint. People speak what they're frustrated about. People do speak what they're frustrated about. So I think she should take a lie detector test, something like that, and come up and say exactly what she knows, exactly everything. Um, Even if she can say, he spoke about doing this and the other, and I said no, don't do that, anything like that. But like, come on, you have to come clean. You can't just leave a lie and think, well, he killed himself. I had nothing to do with it, and that's it. Like, something's up, and she's not saying it. I guarantee you guys, there's something that she knows. The nanny said that when she came the next day, she found so many paper towels that were missing, even though she put 10 rolls, and they were missing so many of them. So how can she not? How can we think that nothing happened? Why would you use so many paper towels for? The evidence is there, and they should have acted sooner on him. But I know God, you know, God knows everything. So, um, anyways, guys, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel, and let's just hope that we get an answer soon about this case. God bless everybody. Bye. Hi guys, as you guys can see, I'm here at the studio already. I came back, so I just wanted to kind of like close this video up by saying, um, I think that what I mean when people reveal themselves is that love can be blind. Sometimes, you're blinded by what person might do because you love them so much. But I also believe that love also recognizes, and like, you might love that person so much, but there's something wrong with them. And the reason why I'm making this video is, like, I strongly believe, guys, that Michelle is not being 100% honest. I mean, something, she should have seen something, and even she has seen it, because he's now dead and Jennifer's is already, obviously there's a big chance that she's already not alive. I feel like she feels like there's no way out, or maybe perhaps feels like there's no point of her to be completely honest, kind of like everybody seems to have been. Moving on, the kids, hopefully they're doing good, living in New York City now with Jennifer's mom. But I just feel like Michelle can pretend all she wants, but like, the truth will set you free. You want to be set free, you have to come clean and say it. And like, I know it might be really bad. I don't know anybody who had gone through a jail sentence, nothing like that, jail sentence, nothing like that. But if you're honest, maybe you will have a temporary discomfort by staying in a jailhouse. Who knows what can happen after she confesses to knowing something or being part of this. But you are clean in the eyes of Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, God says, if you confess your sins, He will forgive you. I'm not sure what she did, but I do strongly believe that she has something to deal with it. You're not like they met for lunch that same day at 1 o'clock. This is the person you sleep with. This is the person who is vulnerable with you. You know the change. Like when you love somebody, you know something's up immediately. Like that significant other will tell right away because they're with you a lot of the times. So he's not just gonna go there and do whatever he had to do and come back and have lunch and you're gonna be like, oh, everything's great. Like, let's think about this for a second. Even Chris Watts, right? You guys all know about that case. Shannon Watts, he killed his whole family. He was also having an affair, but his was a private, like nobody knew about it, only him and his mistress. But even the neighbor could tell that something was up with him because he was shaking and kind of, acting different than what he's known to know him for. This is just the neighbor, the guy that you said you wave, hey, good, hello, that's it. Like they were not really like good friends, like come in and have a barbecue with me, nothing like that. Even strangers would tell. They could tell something's up with you, especially if they see you frequently. So for Michelle Troconis to come out now and say, not to come out now, but to have said and kept herself saying, I have nothing to do with this. I don't know what was in the bags. I don't know anything about anything. Like, this is the person who you're having a personal, like, this is your lover, like, I don't know how to say it. Like, you should have seen something. Something was spoken. Like, she knows something, she's not saying it, and she, I don't even know, like, I really hope that she comes clean because, like I said, the truth will set you. It will set you free. You can have, people. People change. Love can make people do crazy things. I am glad that she has her family with her, like backing her up. But I don't understand when she comes out and say, I feel sorry for the kids because they lost their mom and their dad. But you're having an affair, like they're not even completely divorced yet, and you are okay with him asking her for you and your daughter to come and move in the same house. Put yourself in Jennifer Dulos' shoes for 1 second, and as a woman, think, could that be okay? Put yourself in Jennifer's shoes' life for 1 second and think, I I am having a really hard divorce. I have got 5 kids. I am afraid of my husband. And now you're gonna be the other woman that's going around with him everywhere. And then your family, like, that's great that your family believes you will never do nothing like that. But like I said, God knows everything. And nothing is worse in life than to believe a lie that you know it's not the truth. Like, for you to lie to your own self, you're going against, like, your own soul. Like, that's just crazy. Like, for you to just think that you don't know any, to kind of like convince everybody to say there's something that she's not saying, and I feel like, the Bible says, seek and you will find. There's something she's not saying, and I think that she needs to, I pray and hope that she comes up and say what it is that she hasn't been truth about. I understand that the person who's the most guilty is already dead because he committed suicide, but you have to be honest with yourself and with God. And I understand that's just between herself and God, but all I'm saying, like, I like, in me personally, I cannot accept an apology from her saying, I feel for those kids because now they lost their mom and dad. Like, you were the other woman. You saw, like, you know who he was. Jennifer in her black spoke about how scared she was of him. Like, even if Michelle comes out and say, I'll try to be the counselor for him. I told him, don't get violent, talk to her, do the other, do this and the other. Like, at least, like, we will appreciate that more because you will at least have compassion for Jennifer. But, like, for 1 second, let's just, I know that she's probably afraid that something can happen to her, like her, she can spend some time in jail for being part of it, kind of like heard a confession and and not do anything about it, or heard the plan and not do anything about it. Like, I understand that she's probably afraid. He left her with everything in her hands and kind of like, this is your problem now. um and she probably feels that she's not fair, but at the end of the day, the truth will set you free. I think that, yeah, I really hope and pray that she, comes out and be clean about it. She can be living like that. You can pretend you have peace and all of that and be like clean and whatever and have nothing to do with it and this and the other. I mean, even when your neighbor that you don't really talk to so much can tell something's up with you, and you met him for lunch the same day, and she went and whatever conversation they had, and then don't you find it strange that the person you call your lover, who's supposed to be honest with you, everything he knows about you, and you guys share, I mean, you're driving down the street in Hartford dropping out garbage bag, and you're just gonna say, I don't know anything that happened? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, are you kidding me? So um that's, I don't know what else to say, guys. I really hope that something comes up. I think that the fact that her car was found in a side road near Waverly Park, I don't think it was a thrown off. I think that he could have, he probably thought, why don't I just drop it over here? But he did a lot of cleaning that day, that's for sure. Even the nanny said the paper towels were missing, this and the other. So anyways, guys, I don't want to make this video too long. As I already showed you what I took, something that I recorded over there at Wayne Park. But let me just tell you something about Jennifer. So this is what Wikipedia is saying about her. Born September 27, 1968, and she went missing May 24, 2019, as authorities suspect that she was killed in a violent attack at her home in New Canaan by Fotis Dulos. I reported his death here in my channel when it happened, and I'm not sure what I said, because that's an old video, but all I'm saying is that I reported that because that was shocking to me. I was following the case and all of that, but so she was born September 27, and she is actually, something that's just interesting because somehow she's related to this whole fashion industry, which I am so like interested in, like part of it too myself. She says she has an older sister. I didn't even know that she had an older sister. And Jennifer's maternal aunt and uncle, Elizabeth Claiborne and Arthur Ottenberg, founded the fashion company Liz Claiborne. So she is like related to them. Like, apparently that's her aunt, Elizabeth Claiborne. So they created Liz Claiborne, the fashion company. And she was last seen about 8 a.m. on May 24, 2019, when she dropped off her children at the New Canaan Country School at 8:05 on a neighbor's security camera at her home. She was seen coming back. Her car, okay, so let me tell you about the car. The Chevy Suburban, which was missing, was found with it had blood, and it was her blood in the car. And at one point I think Michelle said, well, you found the blood there because the body of Jennifer was there at some point. Like, people tell you the truth without basically telling you the truth. Like, you just have to understand, you can press somebody to say something. And I mean, what is sarcastic comment? I thought that was very sarcastic, because there you have detective asking you anything about her, and you're like, well, you showed me the photo with blood on the door in the car, so obviously, kind of like she's gonna say, like, why are you asking me? You already have the evidence. For her to say that type of comment, I thought it was a little sarcastic when your life is on the line like that. This is why I feel like she should just be honest. I think she should be giving a lie detector test. I haven't heard she having one. I haven't heard she passing one. So this is where I'm coming from. I really hope that um, she comes out and said it and says it, you know. And there's something about, I don't know what it is, but when I see like her stare, when she's just looking straight blank face type of like stare, I don't see. There's something about that it kind of makes me wonder. God forgive me if I'm being like, I don't even know how to say, like accusing and nothing like that. But if there's something, you know, when you just kind of feel that there's something there more. Um, you know, I think, you know, I hear her speaking in Spanish and all of that. She sounds very sweet and all of that. But like I said, guys, love can make people do crazy things. And she feels, I do feel like there's something in her that makes her feel like, you know, I have really nothing to do with it. But I feel like she did have an ear. She has some saying there is no way that this man is gonna go through a crazy divorce that he was going through with Jennifer and not come back and vent to the mistress, to the other woman. There's something that she knows that she's not telling. That's just my opinion, guys. Anyways, that's what I wanted to say. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. Let me know what you guys think, and like I said before, I hope we get some news on this case very soon. And what I was saying is that the car was found near Waveney Park. I think that they should keep checking Waveney Park. I mean, I was there today. It is huge. I just went to a little part of it, and there's so much going on. Like every section of the park, there's something bigger going on. There's some type of activity, something. So, but it has a lot of wooded area too, so I feel like they should keep checking. I know they check already. I think they should check more, perhaps not check Waveney Park. There are other parks in New Canaan. Maybe the Waveney Park, which probably the biggest park over there, was like the throw-off. Let me leave the car here so they can think she's over here, but she's actually in the other park. So I think they should be checking every park in New Canaan. I don't think it's out of New Canaan. I think she's very close to home. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. God bless. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I hope to see you in the next video.